I want to review the rules of exponents for you real quick. This is from normal algebra. This isn't from 11th grade algebra. You should already know most of this already. So when you have two numbers that are the same base and you multiply them, you add their exponents, okay? And that's the key, is the bases have to be the same all the time. So if you have two numbers where the bases are the same and you divide them, you subtract their exponents. So when you raise one exponent by another exponent, you multiply those exponents. Any unwritten exponent is always 1. Anything raised to the 0 power is 1. That seems to get a lot of people right there. That's a common error. And if you apply an exponent to a fraction, you could break the fraction down into the numerator with the exponent and the denominator with the exponent. So a negative exponent is actually an inverse of whatever that quantity is. To change a negative exponent into a positive exponent, you simply move it above the fraction bar or below the fraction bar. I'll say that again. If you take a value, a base with an exponent, if you move it above from the bottom of a fraction to the top of the fraction, you have to change the sign of the exponent and vice versa. And that's what this one is here, number 8. But the main one we're going to be starting here in this section are these, right? These are the properties of radicals. So remember, the square root sign by itself is the exponent of 1/2. But these are what we're going to be using in this section. So if you have two numbers that are being multiplied underneath a radical, you could break them apart and they all get their own little radical as long as they're being multiplied. And this is what a fractional exponent is, a rational exponent. The numerator always goes underneath the radical sign, and the denominator is always outside. So that's the nth root. But again, this should be a quickie review. MGZ, out.